Alright guys, today I will be telling you how I do my 90-day address reporting. When you have a non-immigrant O-A, which is a retirement visa, you have to do a 90-day reporting. And you have two options as far as I know. You can either do it online or you can go to the immigration office and do it in person. If you do it in person, all you need is your passport. Inside of there, you will have a little piece of paper that has the date that you must report by. Now, if you do it online, go to this address here, and what you will get is this screen here. Now, it's important that you read the whole thing. So the first thing you see is apply for notification of residence when staying in the kingdom over 90 days. If you go here and try to accept, it will not let you. And the reason for that is you must. So what happens is once you get the initial window and you try to accept, it will not let you because you have to go and read terms and conditions before application submission. And you continue, and you have after application submission, it tells you about the number of days and what to expect, and how to check your application and so on. Failure to complete the online application form properly, and then it gives you all these things that you have to read. Then offices accepting notification, and it has some requirements if you live in Bangkok or if you don't, and you just keep on going down, and then it has a thing in here that says assistance and further information, and it gives you some hotlines to call. Now, here, after you have read this or agree to check this without reading it, it's up to you. You check this line, and this box is now active. So you accept it, and you get this. The first one is notification of staying in the kingdom over 90 days. TM47. The next one is check the status of your application, and the last one is cancel the application terms and conditions. Now, when I've done it, it's rather quick. It has gone from 1 day to 3 days. I did have a problem one day that I don't know what happened, but it did not finish. Now, the requirements here is you can submit online no earlier than 15 days before your 90-day expires. The current 90-day expires. So what happens is you click on this and you get this application. You fill this thing out and you submit it. After you submit this thing, it will accept your application, and if it doesn't, it'll tell you what you need to do. But once your application is accepted, you get a confirmation sheet with all your information, and it says pending. Now, what you do is once this is submitted, you go back to you go back here after you've submitted it, and you let a day or two go by, and you go to your check the status of your application, and on there, if it's been processed and approved, you will get a sheet identical to the other one, except that it will go from pending to approved. And you have to print a little form that shows the new 90-day reporting, and you cut it out and replace it in your passport. Now, you don't have to, if you go to the office in person, it's signed and stamped. Because this is done online, that's not necessary. The system will show that you have processed through the internet. So once all this is done, and you have printed that little section that gives you the new reporting date for your next 90 days, you're done. You don't have to go to the immigration office or anything. It is complete. Now, I am not 100% sure, but I believe that the only people that can do this is people that are on a retirement visa, because you can be on a non-immigrant type O, which is also a 1-year visa. But with that visa, every 90 days you have to leave the country, stamp out into one of the countries around here, Burma, Laos, Cambodia, Vietnam, whatever. It doesn't matter. You could fly back to the US. It doesn't matter what you do. But on the way in, you will get another little printed sheet that gets attached to the passport that gives those people a new reporting date. Now, it is very important that anytime, regardless of the type of visa that you have, anytime you leave the country, that you are on a multiple entry, or you must buy a single entry to come back into the country. If you don't, as soon as you leave, that visa is done, and you can no longer use it because you left the country. So people that are retired come in on a visa, and they spend years and decades here on that same visa. But what must happen is, once a year, you have to go and submit for an extension for another year. And they use the initial visa that you came in and retired on. And you can continue to do this until the day you die or you leave, and that's that. But either way, you must make sure that you buy a multiple entry if you come in and out of the country a lot, or you buy a single entry if on occasions you leave the country and go somewhere else. But if you don't, that's it. You have to go through the whole process and get another visa and apply for a retirement visa, and it's just one big old headache. So when you come to Thailand, you have to absolutely make sure that you understand what it is that you're doing and what is expected of you to comply with their requirements. Now, there's a lot of people that you talk to that don't like it, don't agree on their policies, on the procedures, on whatever. It makes absolutely no difference. This is not about you, it's about them. They set the requirements, they approved the process. So if you want to be here, that is what you need to do. So make absolutely sure that you understand about this 90-day process, whether you do it in person or you do it through the internet. Now, I've been here almost 7 years, and it wasn't until recently that they started doing the internet thing. And believe me, that is so much easier. Now, if you do it in person, depending on the office that you go to, how busy it is, how many people are ahead of you, is how long it will take you to do it. But even that is not such a big deal. But in my opinion, it's not necessary because I don't understand what the 90-day reporting does. As far as I see it, it's just something that they want to do, and to me, it's senseless. But if I want to be here, that's what I have to do. So hopefully, as time goes by, you get new people who set new policies, and hopefully it'll get easier and better. Maybe they will start looking at some of the other countries and see what they're doing and see what works and what have you, because you have many third world countries out there that will give you 6 months on a tourist visa, and they want you there. They want you there because it helps the economy. The more people that come in, the more money that flows into the country, and it helps the population, all the small businesses, all the hotels and restaurants and what have you, taxis. But let's not get into all these other subjects. I just wanted to share with you how easy it is to do a 90-day reporting on a retirement visa, whether you go in person or you're doing it in the internet. All right, guys. So if you're thinking of permanently coming to Thailand, or even if you plan to come and visit for a short while, make absolutely sure that you understand what is expected of you. Like I said in a previous video, call the embassy or the consulate and ask whatever questions is in your mind, and this way you have an idea of what it is they want. But the bottom line is that when you get here and you go through the immigration area where you will show your passport and everything, they'll tell you what they want. And do not try to argue if it's different from what you were told. The bottom line is that is what they want, and it's that simple. That is what they want. It has nothing to do with what the embassy told you or the consulate. It's about what they want there at the immigration point at the airport, or if you're coming in across from one border to the other and you're walking across that immigration checkpoint. So the bottom line is, make the best of it. Just ask all the questions. This way you have an idea and you're not 100% lost. All right. Safe travels, good travels, with absolutely no problems. So we will see you later. All right. See you guys. Bye. Thanks for watching.
ขอบคุณเจ้า
See you next time.
แล้วปะกันแฮมไมนะเจ้า
See you.
บ๊ายบาย